There's this joke, the difference between cocaine and flying in a private jet. You can kick a cocaine habit. Clearwater, Florida, baby. Clearwater, Florida. We're coming back, Tampa Bay, and we're going to be here for 2.5 months. We're on a Gulfstream G5, probably 15, 20 years old, something like that. And what's things nice about these planes, they constantly, every so many years, they just redo the interior of it. They take everything out, reupholster it, clean up the wood, clean up the walls. And actually, I've never been in one of these planes that did not look brand new, right? It's always been like, wow, this is 15 years old. Wow, this is 20 years old. This is built the same way structurally that a commercial airline is done. Anyway, this is owned by a company, or this is made by a company called Gulfstreams. They make badass jets. There's two of them I like a lot. There's the Gulfstream, and then there's the Global Express. I like the Global. They make a beautiful plane. I need one that will fly from somewhere in Europe, like Rome, or we come from Pisa and fly all the way to Los Angeles, nonstop. So these kind of planes, they're probably, if you get lucky one day, you might find one for like $9,500 an hour. They're usually probably $10,000, $11,000, $12,000 an hour. Just depends on what's going on. I think this flight was probably around $97,000 for an 11-hour flight. So it's $10,000 an hour, right? But I'll tell you something, the lack of wear and tear on you to be in a plane, to be in a cabin, to be able to get up, there's a bed in the back. This plane actually has a shower in the back. I've never seen that before. It's not very practical. I wish it was a jacuzzi. That would be really nice. But no, I mean, this is a lovely, lovely, lovely plane. You can get it serviced anywhere in the world. Definitely would love to have one. And then our idea is we add it to other guys who have bought planes. They put together their planes as a fleet, and that way they can share each other's. You might have plane A is yours, but you'll need to go fly somewhere and you could be flying in plane J. The key on it is, if we invest this money, can we get our cost per hour down to like $7,000 an hour? So it just hurts less. It's really what it boils down to. It's really, other than that, I could give a shit if I owned one of these, because I get to use, there's like thousands of them out there on the market all the time that you can just make a phone call, you get a plane, right? And the plus point about chartering, if you own this and this was your only option, shit happens to these things. And they get a little leaky of the oil, or they get a little crack in the window, or they get a little anything. It's not allowed to fly, right? So then you're like, now what do I do, right? It's like having your car, you go out there to get your car and it won't turn over. You go, now what do I have to do? You got to take a taxi, right? Or Uber. So it's the same thing with these things. They got to be able to be airworthy. But if you're part of a fleet, one of them takes a dump and it doesn't work well, you have others to work with, Anyway, it was a great flight. Food was phenomenal. You come up here, you have steak and lobster and crab and sushi and and it was great. We played games, watched movies, and yeah, this is what all that hard work is worth, to be able to reward yourself with something like this. And it's, it is a significant amount of money, but it's not something where I put my life at risk, or I risk my finances, or I did something. I'm not trying to show off. I can actually afford to do this, and it actually works out quite well. And I really enjoy, I travel a lot, and this really prevents me from wearing out. And I'll tell you something, guys, there's this joke, the difference between cocaine and flying in a private jet. You can kick a cocaine habit. Meanings, once you get addicted to this, ain't going no back to like United or Delta or Lufthansa or anything like that. That's done and over with. This is the way to be.